working on the tank right now. I took a couple 3.5 gallon fat bobs, split them, put them together.
Whenever you get a one-off project, like as a fabricator, you get really excited for something you might be able to throw your ideas into, even if it's already been designed.
Dropping it way down on top of the heads, be like an old board track racer. I had to notch out the tank for the head, clear the heads, and putting a deep tunnel in it right now.
Everything doesn't come out exactly what you pictured it in your head, but when it does come out, it looks awesome. And getting a project like this where we get to completely fab up a brand new tank out of some old tanks, it helps everybody out, you know, learning something new, you know, the design of it, how to create the shapes that you want. And you can always use that on different tanks.
All right, so we got the tunnel and everything all welded up. Clearance for the heads, clearance for the motor mount. Next up, we just got done filling in the filler caps. And then after that, we're gonna run our spine, put our petcock and our crossover in, and our front tank mounts. All right, so got my tool here. It's gonna give me the contour of the top of the tank so I can figure out the exact radius so I can get my spine.
On this particular project, I did a couple things backwards. We usually make the motor mount, cut the tank to give clearance for the motor mount. On this one, I made the tank and then formed the motor mount around the tank. So it's got a couple different bends in it. It's not symmetrical. It's just a really cool piece.
All right, I got these special mounts that we got for our tank. I'm gonna go ahead and punch the holes out in the tank, weld some bungs in there that Andy made for me.
Let's figure out what diameter piece we need that'll go into that.
And I think Steve wants to rubber mount this.
These are just a really simple bung. I mean, this is probably 50% of the work that's done on a lathe across the entire world. It's just a steel tube. It starts out as 1/2-inch solid stock, and I just face it off so it's flat and it's not jagged. I counterbore it for a little pilot hole, and then this is just a 1/4-inch hole.
Andy spun me a cool little bracket that we could weld on here for the mounting on it.
We're going to put the crossover in the gas tank, so when gas gets put into this side of the gas tank and fills up in this pocket, it wouldn't have anywhere to go, so we're going to put a crossover in so the gas can flow over to this side and run down to the petcock so you can get all the fuel. The petcock, you've got to have that thing clear, because that's where your fuel is going into your engine, so that's got to be easy access, not get too hot, and it's got to be at the lowest point in your tank. All right, we got the gas tank for the Progressive bike. We are going to pressure test it now, make sure she doesn't leak, so we can send her off to paint. Got a leak there. Patch up that leak and then call her good. So we are leak free.